Mastermind. Welcome, everyone. We want to just say we're going to have a great hangout today. This is just going to be under an hour. I also want to welcome everybody. Katie stage. Katie, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And we're going to be going over a few things today. In particular, we're going to be talking about autoresponders, or how to set up your autoresponder. We're going to be doing that. And we're going to be covering a lot of stuff. I just want to get some things out of the way first before I carry on. So I want to give a few shout outs to some people out there, people that have recently joined my team. I want to say hello to, I think it's Lona Smith. Welcome. I know that you just joined, and I really hope that you're going to get some value out of this. I also want to say welcome to Muhammad Faizan. I know you just joined this week, and as well as I want to say hello to Charity. I cannot pronounce the last name. I'm sorry. And of course, I want to say hello to John Woo. John Wee, I think. Yeah, John Wee, his name is. I know he's made some tremendous progress. He didn't really have a blogging platform up and running, and he just took action and made a blog out of Weebly, and it looked pretty impressive. So good on you, John. I know you're taking action. Peter Josie as well, I want to welcome you. You know, it's very important to get to these hangouts, because when you get to these hangouts, it shows that you want to take action. And you know, if you're on this hangout watching it, please say where you're from, what part of the country you're at, because we have people from all over the world watching this. Sometimes you may not have access to logging in, because perhaps you're on a phone or your computer's not working. We totally understand. We love you all the same. But we want you to be participants in this, because we want to be able to recognize you for taking action on this hangout. I also just want to hand over quickly to Katie, because I know Katie's got a few shout outs she wants to say to some team members. So take it away, Katie.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to say hi to Jenny Marina. I know she's from Germany, so the time is a little bit different, about 6 hours. So I know she's going to probably catch the replays on that. And also, this is a French name, so it was actually really fun to try to pronounce this, but it's a Lordine Lemage. You know, that sounds kind of cool. For an Irish girl, that ain't too bad. And then Patrick Schneider, I just want to say shout out to him. I want to say hi. And then this is a really long name, Chica Festus. And then I don't know how to say the last name either, but I just wanted to say hi. And to Mario too. So yeah, I just wanted to say awesome for you to be here. Can't wait to teach you stuff.
Excellent, excellent. Before we actually get into part of the training today, I want to talk to you guys about something which I actually mentioned in the last hangout we were at for, I think it was Wisdom Wednesday we won. And I never actually realized how powerful this was in my life. And I want to talk about setting intentions and how important it is. I'm actually putting a blog about it up very soon, so just watch out for that. But I want to talk to you about this, because this has had such an impact in my life, and it's also had such an impact on my business. But I want to talk to you about how it's affected me ever since I was so young. And I don't know if any of you remember, but a long time ago, there used to be this show called The $6 Million Man, all right? And it was Lee Majors played the part, and he played the part of this guy called Steve Austin, not the wrestler, the actual TV show guy. And I loved this show. And I was about 11 years old when I fell in love with the TV show. It was the thing that I just adored so much, you know, because it was about building the first bionic man. And I got so involved in this character that I actually wanted to be called Steve Austin. That was the thing. That was what I wanted to be. I know it sounds extremely funny, but I actually took it upon myself, being 11 years old, to actually take on that persona, so that whenever I would run in any event, I would be the fastest kid that I could be, you know. And I actually was the fastest 11-year-old in my school. Nobody could beat me. Nobody could touch me. I think I ran 200 meters in 28 seconds. That was my record. And I was so good at running that distance that I would run nationally for my school. And I was sent I think we went to Johannesburg. I stayed with somebody at the house, and unfortunately, I had an accident. I fell off a bunk bed, and I actually broke my back. My back actually went under alignment, and I wasn't able to participate in sports after that because I was walking funny. And I made history. I was the youngest person to ever have a back operation, and it was a spinal fusion I had. It was very successful. I still have problems today, but it was a successful operation and all of that. But the point I wanted to make was, because I was so invested in the character of Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, whenever I would run, I would always imagine myself winning. I was always imagining myself running the fastest, and I always beat anybody, no matter what the case. I just went into the zone. And even when I did long jump, I was the guy that could jump the longest distance. I just had this in me. And it was quite amazing for me being that young, being that athletic, that I could actually do that. And that was because I set intentions. I actually had visions of myself being the best at what I did. And I never realized what an impact it had on me, because late on in life, I remember I was involved with this kind of, it was like a play, not really a play, but a game show we used to hold to the kids at our church, where we would have this game show for the kids where they would choose a box, or they would say, we would say, pick a box, and they would choose a letter, and then we would kind of say, do you want so many Smarties, or M&Ms, whatever you want to call them, or the box. And then, it could be a great prize or small prize. But there was a game show host that was very good at what he did. And he was so loved amongst everybody else. He was really good at what he did. And being a shy person myself, I never told anybody this, but I really wanted to be that person. And I kept on thinking how I would actually become that person. I would constantly play in my mind how I would actually do this role over and over again. And, there's this thing about, on a subconscious level, where you actually communicate with people. You don't actually have to say things directly to others, but on a subconscious level, I was kind of telling everybody I wanted to be in that role, even though I never said it. And one day, the guy that was actually doing the show on that particular year couldn't make it, and I was volunteered. And because I practiced it so much and envisioned myself doing the part so well, I did it, and I did it very well, and I became so good at it. And there are so many things in my life where I've actually become so obsessed with doing something because I imagined it and I did it, that I actually accomplished what I said to achieve. And when I started this business, in particular, right from the beginning, I remember saying, firstly, I remember saying to my sponsor that I wish I could make $1 online. That is what I wanted to make. And we were kind of talking, and then I said to him, you know what, it would be so great if I could make $1,000. And my sponsor said, you know what, Dave, you can actually do that. And I think about a year later, I actually made $1,000 in one day, which was tremendous. And that's really about setting intentions. And what I really want to convey to you is that if you make it part of your plan, part of your vision, every day you think about it, and the way that you can do it is to actually write it down on a piece of paper, where you can actually write your thoughts down and envision yourself experiencing that moment of accomplishment as you're experiencing it, writing it down. Maybe you're, I don't know, on the beach, you're sitting down with your laptop and you're looking down on the check that you just got for $42,000 a month. And the whole idea is to experience it, to visualize it, to write it down exactly what you're experiencing as you are in the first person. You take that and put it up on a wall, on your fridge. You can actually achieve that. It's amazing how your subconscious really helps you to achieve the things you want to. And I'm sure that if you think about all the things that you've accomplished in the past, the really great achievements, and you think about them carefully, I'm sure you'll actually see yourself, if you think about it, how you've prepared yourself for that accomplishment. Because that's how we really achieve great things, by ourselves imagining what it would be like to actually do that. And so I want to encourage every single person watching this, if you can imagine yourself achieving this, it can be done. And this isn't airy-fairy talk. This is actual stuff that's been proven, all right? There's this thing in sports, what they call sports science, where they'll get somebody to hold up a thread with a weight on the end of it, and they will balance this weight, and they will hold it. And what will happen is the students are instructed to look at this weight and to try and move the weight with their eyes, with their mind, try and move it to the right. And what happens is they actually stop moving the weight, but it's not because they're moving it with their mind, it's because their fingers are moving. If you see somebody kicking a goal somewhere, I know this happens in rugby all the time when they line up the ball with the goal posts, and then the guy will stand by the ball and he'll look at it and he'll look at the goal post and he'll keep looking and keep looking. What he is doing is setting his intentions. And when he does that and he kicks the ball, it'll actually go in the direction of where he wants to kick it. And that's exactly what happens. When you visualize yourself achieving something, you can actually do it. And that is so important. You've got to have an intention that you want to set in order to achieve that goal. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And now what I want to do is I want to actually get down to some actual practical advice. I've had this question asked of me this whole week. People have been asking me this, and I've been getting on some Skype calls, helping some people go over this process, because a lot of people are having trouble setting up their autoresponder. All right, and an autoresponder basically is a piece of software that's going to take all your subscribers that are opting into your capture page, and you're going to take those subscribers and you're going to send them follow-up emails. Now, what I want to do right now is I want to show you how you can actually set it up with your iPass system inside of the Empower Network website. And that's what I want to do today. I actually want to show you how you can achieve this very, very simply. Katie, are there any questions out there before we carry on?
I did see one, and it had something to do with how to make a Facebook link. I'm not sure exactly how can I create links to Facebook. And it was Jonah K.
Oh, that's Harry. I think it's Harry. Jonah Harry. Facebook links. Let's see. Can you actually see the how do you create links to Facebook?
Like, how do you create links to Facebook? So if that person's listening right now, if you want to maybe redo the question, because I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Yeah, I think, how do you create links to Facebook? I'm not entirely sure what that actually means myself. I think, I don't want to presume what it means. So, Harry or Jonah, if you could explain yourself a bit more so we can actually get into that. But in the meantime, what I want to do is I just want to talk about these autoresponders. And if we have time, I'll get back to that. I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to share my screen. If you can just see if you can see it, Katie. Okay.
Wait for it.
Okay, you can see it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're in the back office of your empowernetwork.com. You can actually see this is a subdomain of Empower Network right here. You can see that. You'll see at the top, it'll say marketing links, all right? Or you can go to this, what will say marketing center. You want to click on this, and this is when you actually set up your autoresponder with your marketing links. You'll come to this page over here, and then you'll see the first tab will say autoresponders. You want to click on this, and then you'll be shown option 1, option 2, and option 3. All right. Now what we want to do is we actually want to set up get response. So inside here, they actually have a video right over here that shows you how to set up your particular API key. Now, if you don't know what an API key is, all you have to know is this particular key over here that I'm highlighting right here. This key is going to link your get response with your iPaaS back office inside Empower Network. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you where to find it inside of our get response. So if you go over here, you can see this is my back office here. And I'm going to go over right up to the top where it says my account. And I'm going to go into account details right over here. Actually, it's not account details, it's integration. Is integration. Click on integration. Oh no, sorry, I'm making a mistake again. API. There we go. There's the API. And in the API section, you'll see that it says my secret API key, which is right over here. What you want to do is you want to copy to clipboard. Do not highlight this whole thing and then right-click and copy, because you might just copy a white space, which is not good. You want to copy this API key, copy to clipboard, and you want to come back here to the section here in iPaaS, and you want to go ahead and paste it in here. All right. So over here, this will be blank. You want to copy it in this over here, copy and paste it here, and then save the key. And then when you save the key, what's going to happen is it's going to integrate your get response and your iPaaS back office, which is what you want. And then what's going to happen is if you go to my links over here, once you've actually clicked on save that key, if you go to my links, you'll see that it'll say choose your email list, right? And this will be get response. So you want to choose obviously get response, and you'll know that it's integrated once you'll actually see that all the campaigns you create inside of your get response will be listed here. That's how you know it's connected. Now I've got a ton of them right here, but yours doesn't have to be that full. I've just made mine connect to this particular campaign. All right. Now what I'm going to show you is how to actually go ahead and use that particular campaign. Now what this will do, this will actually create a campaign list for you, which will look similar to this over here. It'll look similar to that. All I did was I renamed mine to look like this. Okay, I just renamed mine. And how you can actually see that particular campaign is if you go into the back office of your get response, and then you can actually see here, these are your campaigns over here. All right. And you'll have a campaign that will be the same type that's been integrated. I don't know if that makes sense, Katie. Does that make sense to everybody watching?
There was one question about that whole clipboard thing. What Dave was doing is that he just clicked on the little button that was on the side that says copy to clipboard. When you click on that little button, it'll automatically copy it it'll just automatically copy it, and then you have to go to the next screen and just put paste. So that's all pretty much you have to do. You have to just do 2 clicks and you're done.
That's right. When you actually, if you watch this video, this will also explain everything for you. But when you copy to clipboard, what you're essentially doing is copying and pasting. And when you copying whatever number you copy, when you come over here, like I just copied to clipboard, right? So once I've copied to clipboard, if I go here and just say paste, it's going to take that key and it's going to put it in there. I hope that makes sense. And then what's going to happen is it's actually going to create for you a campaign. And that campaign is going to be listed in your get response. So you'll have a new campaign that'll be added in here somewhere. And it'll actually be called iPaaS 2 Leads and it'll have a number afterwards. But all I did was I just renamed it. Don't be put off by the fact that I've got so many campaigns here. I've just got so many campaigns because I've created so many for my niches inside of marketing. Well, what I'm going to do right now is I just want to show you something before you actually get started. Make sure that when you're on your particular campaign that iPass2 has created, all right, so here's the campaign that iPass2 created for me. What you want to do now is you want to click on this little wheel cog right here. And you want to go down to permissions. And you want to untick these over here. The reason you want to untick these is because this is going to turn off confirmed opt-in. All right. And the reason, I'll explain why now, but the reason you want to do that is so that when somebody opts into your actual capture page, then they won't get a thank you email. So normally what happens when somebody opts into a page and these are all ticked, when you opt into that capture page on iPass, so let's go to the links here. So you've got this capture page here. So let's go to a preview. All right, when somebody goes ahead and they put in their email address, what's going to happen is after they've put in their email address and they click next step, they're going to receive an email from GetResponse that says, and this will go into their email, the email will say, thank you for opting in, thank you for subscribing. You want to take that out of the equation completely. I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, please say yes.
There's Arlene actually brought up a really good point. This was like for me too, where when they used the word campaign, I didn't know what a campaign was, but once I figured out that, okay, a campaign, like say if there's a, there's some voting coming up, so a presidential campaign, so it's their campaign for that presidency. So it's basically a campaign for, just for that particular, what they're going to opt into.
Yes, that's right. A campaign is kind of, it's exactly that. A campaign is setting up a particular system for that particular capture page. So now that you've got the emails for that particular campaign, you can now send them follow-up emails so that it'll just address that particular capture page, if that makes sense. It is a little hard to describe, but yes. All right, so going on from there, once you've actually set this up, what's going to happen is you are going to get a follow-up email sequence, all right, for this particular campaign that you've created. All right, so if you go to Manage Autoresponders right over here, you'll see over here, I have my campaign for iPass2 leads for day right over here. All right. This is the campaign that connects me to iPass2 inside the Empower Network back office. This is the campaign that when they go to that capture page over here, the one listed here that's connected, you can see it's connected to this campaign. These particular, this capture page, these are all connected to that campaign. All right. So these are follow-up emails that you use to send your subscribers every single day. Now, I've got listed over here, I've got 30 emails that I send out. So for 30 days, they will get an email from the day they join. They will get an email from me talking to them about the opportunity that they could be missing. All right. So if I go ahead to the first one here, just to check it out, you'll see that there is a duplicate function over here. There is a edit function over here. This will show you stats for that page, and this is going to show you what the actual page looks like. So if I click on this, this is what my email is going to look like. All right, I doubt you'll be able to read that, but these are the emails. These are actually some of the default emails that iPass2 set up for you automatically. All right, and what I've done is I've gone and personally personalized this to me, where it says "Keep on keeping on, Dave Ranica," and then I've got my picture here at the bottom, and I'm going to actually show you how to edit that right now. Now, the reason I'm going to show you how to edit this is because I'm going to be giving you this particular follow-up email sequence. So let's say you're struggling and you don't know how to make one, you don't have a whole set of emails. I'm going to be giving you this so that you can go ahead and edit it and personalize it yourself, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that right now before I carry on. Well, I don't know. Should I go on and show how to edit it first, or should I actually show them how to do that?
Go ahead and show them how to edit first.
Okay, I'll do that.
That would be good.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind that this particular email sequence, you edit these with editors. And they have two sets of editors that they use. And the one is what they would call source code editing, which is just really saying that they've used a basic editor. And then there is a more advanced editor. And I'm going to show you the two of them right now, because when you edit these, you will be exposed to this type of editing, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, so all you have to do when you actually get this particular campaign filled in, like I'm going to show you how, after I've done this, I'll show you how to do this. What I want you to do is to hover over this, all right? And I want you to go ahead and then to click on the little edit button here, okay? You would click on this edit button. And then you'll come to create autoresponder. This is before you actually get shown how to edit things. It'll say on day 0, all right? So in other words, the day the person opts into your particular offer, on day 0, it'll be sent out immediately to them. All right, so the message will be sent out immediately. This is the option that's chosen, and it says enable on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You want to make sure these are all ticked, because on whatever day somebody signs up, it'll be sent out immediately. If you untick Tuesday, if they sign up on Tuesday, it wouldn't be sent out immediately. Okay, that's what that does. Then you'll actually come to the page over here, and you would click on the edit message tab right at the bottom here. All right, you would click on that. And this will actually start the editing process, where you'll get a message name, which will say welcome, quick question. And then you'll get a subject name, which will be welcome, quick question. You can leave that as it is. You want to click onto the next step. And this is what I mean by the editor. This looks a little different to the editor that you know, but this was the old editor they used to use inside of GetResponse. What you want to do is you want to go right down to the bottom, and you want to click on Show WYSIWYG Editor. What you see is what you get. That's what those letters stand for. Left click once on that, and then what will happen is this will actually start to build up the editor for you. Just give it a few minutes. And this is the actual editor that you'll be using. All right. So you'll actually get the exact same email that you see here, and this is something you can edit for yourself. So you can read through this, and then you'll get to a section here that says click the link to start watching. What you would do with this is you would just double click on that line, or just highlight the whole thing, and then you would go up to this little insert edit link over here. Click on that once, and then you'll see this actual empowernetwork.com/total shortcut, which is something which is the offer that they'll be shown in the sales page. All you would do is you would go ahead, and afterwards is ID equals, mine says Dave_Ranica, that's my username. you will have possibly a number that you can find inside of your back office. Now, if you don't know what that number is for you, it's usually the username you use to log into your Empower Network back office. Or if you don't know how to find that, let me show you. You can find it. You can go into your back office right over here where the actual link is. I'm going to show you. It's going to show you how to edit this. Sorry. If you go over here to click on the preview button, you can actually see that your particular ID will be over there. And all you do is you take that and put that in the back office. All right. So you'd actually go ahead and you'd put that at the end of your URL, right at the end of this. So you would replace mine with yours. Okay. And then you would obviously click on updates and that'll update for you. Now, when you come to the bottom over here, you can just edit this by, you can type something in, you can put whatever you want to. This is just an editor. Put in whatever, you can, I say keep on keeping on, and then I put my name here, just replace it with your name. And then it's advisable, I think, to put a picture of yourself here so people know that you're a real person. And if all you want to do is to get rid of that picture, is just left click on that once, and then click on delete, it'll take it away. And then you would add your own image in here. Now, to put an image over here, it's a little bit different than the other editor, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All you would need to do is to grab an image of yourself, and then you would go to a website called PhotoBucket. Go to photobucket.com, create an account, and then you can go ahead and click on the button here that says upload, and you can upload a picture of yourself. Now I've got a picture over here of me. I'm just going to left click once. And this is the picture I've got of me. And then to the right of this, you'll see a direct link. Go ahead and left click on that once. And that's going to do the same as it did with the API key. It's going to copy to clipboard. And then you can take that same link. And when you're at the bottom here, go up to the little image editor, which will be after the anchor. Click on that. And now what you can do is you can actually paste that direct link right in there. And then you would just click on insert and click on OK, and the image will be here. And you can make this image as big or as small as you want to, right over there.
And now, do you hyperlink that image? I don't know if you're going to get into that or not.
I was going to say that right now.
Oh, so, sorry.
No, that's fine. What you can do here is, because people love clicking on images, you can left click on this and then go up to that little link, click on that, and then you can go ahead and you can put your sales page link, which will be here, and you can go ahead and you could put that link inside here and click on insert. And that way, when people actually click on this link, click on this image, it'll also take them to the sales page. The thing you have to be careful about is this particular link over here is a sales page. It's not a capture page. The reason you want a sales page is because you've already captured their email address. So don't go here and then use this link for the actual capture page, because that will be redundant. You want to use a sales page. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and update that, and that's that, and that's how. And then after you've actually edited this yourself, you can go down to the bottom right-hand corner where it says next step. And now you've got two options at the bottom here. This one says save, and this one says save and publish. Now, if you click on save, what's going to happen is it's going to save your particular it's going to save your campaign follow-up email, but it's not going to switch it on. All right. If you click on this and save and publish, that means it's going to switch it on. So I'm just going to click on save at the moment, and I'll show you what happens. If you go back to the actual campaign list, if I hover over this, it's going to show off. So now what you want to do is you want to go and you want to click on. And that's how you edit on those particular emails. Now, that's the one type of editor that you get inside of GetResponse. There's also another type of editor, and this is the editor that you use whenever you're creating newsletters. All right, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's say you want to go and you've got to go and edit all of these out, but I'm going to show you this particular one because this is one I created inside of GetResponse. It's the same deal. You hover over this and you go to the edit button. And this is one of the emails that I created. This goes out on day 7. And this gets sent up. All right, let's go here. Click on the edit image. And I'm going to show you what looks different. This is the title I gave it. And I'm going to click on next step. Now you see the editor looks completely different. All right, this editor is completely different, right? This is a very simple way to create an email. It's got a text block, it's got an image block, it's even got an image and a text block. So you can just choose these and then move them over to the left and create everything you want to. But I created this email as a way for people to show them a series of videos, which I'll show them how to create what a online business needs. And I do this over a period of 5 days. But basically, it works the same way here. If you want to go ahead and edit this link, you can go ahead, double click on that. This URL will come up, and this goes to a page that I created. And the same thing here, if you double click on that, this will come up with a URL bar, which you can edit and put a link in. And the same thing here. And then over here again, there's an image. Now I want to create a link for that. I don't think I actually have one here. There's a link, inserted link over here. And then people can go ahead and you can put in a link to a sales video if you want to over there. And the same thing here. But if you read this email basically gives them 5 to make your own videos that you make if you want to. I'll show you what I've done, but this is something that I use. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. After you finish editing this, you go down to the bottom right and click on next step. And then the same thing here, click on save and publish if you want it to stay on. And so we're back on the autoresponders. And those are the 2 types of emails you can use. Now, if you want to, you can use these 5 that I've got. All right. But please create your own pages. All right, so you can go ahead and you can create your own sales pages. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go ahead and view this now, just to see what the email looks like, this is what the email looks like. I send it out, and if they click on this link over here, this is going to take them to my video I made over here, which is click here for my answer for the first key to 5 keys to online success. If you click on this, this is going to take them to a page that I created with an editor over here, day 1, 5 keys to online success. Now, you can create something and you can use this as an example for you to copy. I created this out of an editor. Long time ago, I used Optimize Press. But you can create a page like this with Instabuilder, which I don't think we're gonna have time, but you can create a page like this with Instabuilder, and you can put your own videos in here to personalize it. So if you want to copy mine, you're more than welcome to. This just gives your follow-up emails a sense of variety, so people can see what you're all about. Does that make sense for everybody following?
So far, it does. There's no questions except for Arlene actually had something interesting. Real quick, I think InstaBuilder can definitely be something for next week. We have 20 minutes until we have a very important call that we all have to be on. That everybody hears. So for the Empower Hour. So Arlene was talking about, she had the question. This is a really great question, and about split testing. The intervals between the days of the emails are sent out. I see that, Dave, you have it on for 30 days in a row. But I've heard other things, like if you don't, if you do it every single day, if you miss one day, you're going to lose money or whatever. But I've also heard it the other way, where you don't want to email every day. So I always say, yes, everything is a test. And it all depends on what Pop says. He says that, it depends if they're retirees, or if they're working 9 to 5s, or if they're, young kids on the internet. So it's always different. Like I always say that no lists are, 2 lists are the same. It depends on what type of people you have coming in, and what you should accommodate to their time and what time they should see it. Yeah. So everything is a test.
That's right.
So she brought up a really great point. So
you can make it like this if you want to. If you don't like, you can spread these out. You can actually just left click on these once, and you can move them down 2 spaces if you want to, like that. And you can do that for the rest of them. So you can spread it out if you want to.
I gotta say, that was pretty ninja. I didn't know that.
Okay, so you can do that. But what I want to do right now is I want to just give people the option, if people are interested in getting this particular follow-up campaign so they can work with it, I'm going to show them how they can do it right now. Okay, so they can actually use, and if you wouldn't mind, Katie, just putting this inside the actual comments. I pass 2 leads _ Dave. They can actually use that of mine if they want to, and then they can edit it for themselves and personalize it. Okay.
So I pass 2 leads for Dave. Underscore.
Yeah, make sure the underscore is after the leads for exactly how it's written there.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to show people how to use it right now. So what I'm going to do is I've created a campaign here called blah blah 007. All right, I've just created a campaign, and I'm going to show people how to do it. So let's just say, for argument's sake, iPass now gives you that particular campaign because you've integrated it, and now you want to add all of these to that campaign, or to a campaign. Let's say it's empty. What you would do is you would hover over here to messages, scroll down to the tab here which says preload, click on that. We'll come to the section over here, and you'll see that it says, this section says change source account. So you want to click on change source account, and then you'll have the section that says log into. You want to go and click on the down arrow, click on campaign. And now what you want to do is take the name that I just told you, I pass 2 leads, like that, _ for _ Dave, all right? And now what you want to do is make sure that there's no password over here. You want to click on log in. All right, so when you click on log in, you'll have this little box that pops up. You want to click on OK. And what that's going to do now is it's going to load all the emails from my campaign into that particular section. So you're going to get all 30 days over here. All right. Now you want to go over to the campaign that you want to fill with all of those emails. So you want to go to the, I've actually got a campaign here called blah blah 007. All right. And I've actually did this earlier. It's all 30 emails, but I'm just going to delete these. All right, so I'm just going to delete this all, just to show you what it would look like. So there's no emails in this whatsoever. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this box over here, which is going to highlight everything, and I'm going to click on copy all. So when I copy all of those emails are going to be transferred over to my new campaign. All right. Now let's just say, for argument's sake, you've got 3 emails in here already. When you copy this over, it's just going to add them all down here below. But what you want to make sure of is that these follow in sequence. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Make sure that these numbers follow in sequence all the way down to the bottom. And once this is done, we want to click on save like that. So it's saving right now. And now when you go up to messages and click on manage autoresponders, you'll see that this campaign's already been selected. I'm going to deselect that, so there'll be nothing in there. Now I'm going to go over to the blah blah 007, which is the campaign that I used as an example. If I click on that, you'll find all the actual emails are listed here below. But let me just give you a piece of advice here. All right. Once you've actually got all of these emails in here, make sure that you turn all of these off by hovering over the email and clicking on to off. And the reason you want to make these all off is because you don't want these to go out when people opt into your list. All right. So once you've actually turned them all off, then you can go to each one, you can edit them, and then once they're actually done and tested, you can now go ahead and turn it on so it can actually be used for your actual campaign. All right, I hope that has helped some people.
So Giovanni actually has Aweber, and I used to have Aweber, and I'm trying to figure out if I can remember how to do that. So what I'm doing right now is actually searching YouTube, because there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. So I was just actually searching there.
Here's the thing. If, for argument, let's just say for argument's sake, you can't find something on YouTube. I was saying to Giovanna, what she could do is she could actually create an account with GetResponse. All right. She could do what I've just shown them to do on this back office. Create a campaign, put all the emails in there, and then you could actually go ahead into each separate email, and you can copy that straight over to your Aweber account. That's one way of doing it, all right? Because they give you 30-day free trial for GetResponse as well. So you could do it that way. And people say, but this takes such a long time, and how am I going to put all the effort into doing this? But you see, this is exactly what happens when you get started. You have to work at building up your business. Now, I was speaking to somebody during the week about this, and they were so overwhelmed by 30 emails. I said, don't look at it that way. What you want to do is do 2 emails a day. Just do 2 emails a day. Log into your back office, sort out 2 emails, and then move on to the rest. All right? Or do 1 a day. Just take your time. All right? Rome wasn't built in a day. And then once you've actually built them up, you'll find that, see, over time, you will build emails up, and you'll create emails and send them to your list. And some of them you may even want to put inside your autoresponder. And there's a couple of them inside here which are personal emails of mine that I've just added to the particular campaign. So that's what I can advise you to do when setting up your actual campaign list. Now, we have a very important call coming on in about 10 minutes time, and that's going to be a call with Dave Wood and Chris Jones, where we're going to be explaining the new Uniline system for Empower Network and how it can actually benefit your business. Now, my advice to you would be to go and get on that particular call. You can go ahead and click on the link below this video, and that'll actually take you to that call. All right, you want to go and watch that, listen to Chris Jones and David Wood speak about the whole Uniline principle, because in this whole system that we're using, there are no more pass-ups. All right, they've structured the whole thing over again, which is going to be a lot more powerful for everybody who uses the system. I don't even understand it fully. I'm not sure I know anybody else who understands it fully, except David Wood, because he just it was just downloaded into his brain. So that being said, to answer the question about making links in your Facebook. All right, so let's just say, for argument's sake, you want to go ahead and you want to give somebody a link inside their Facebook profile. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my Facebook profile. And yeah, I made this post yesterday. My power was down, but let's just say, for arguments.
Going to share your screen or?
Okay, let me do that. Sorry. Wow, that was so bad.
Ah.
All right, I'm sharing my Facebook. So here is my Facebook. Let's just say, all right. Now let's just say I wanted to do a. I'm going to go ahead into my email and I want to create a newsletter. All right. So let's just say I'm going to create a newsletter, and I'm going to be. There's an editor. You go to messages, create newsletter. Create newsletter. Click on new, create a new email creator. And I want to send them a message. So I'm going to say something like, big news for small people. Okay. So that's my message name. That's actually quite a good title.
I'm following right along.
All right. So now I want to go ahead and click on the next step. And you'll come to this page and give you a whole bunch of lovely little templates that you can use. Start from scratch. I want to click on that. I'm not into that fluffy stuff. Okay, right at the bottom, you'll have a little thing that says blank template. And now you'll come to the editor. Now what I want to do is I want to click on the text block. I left click on that and I drag it over to the left. Make sure that you take away the small section by clicking delete. Take away this big section here, click delete, and then take away the section last and click delete. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to end up printing in a big bold font or underlined. So now you can actually type your letter. Hey, hey, I just wanted to share this with you. I can hardly, oh man, I always get that wrong. Always. I can never spell believe properly. I know the R and the E are wrong way around.
That and available in Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah. Can hardly believe it myself. Check this out. Keep on. Just a basic message. I'm not going to send this out. Keep on keeping on. Dave, R-E-I-N-E-K-E. And then I'll just add this that says Ray Naka. Thank you, Katie.
Oh, that's how you spell it.
Yeah. And so you got here. Now what I want to do, I'm actually giving you 2 lessons here, how to edit and put a link in. But now you want to take this image block and you put it at the bottom here. The heck. Okay. Okay, you want to, now you click onto the white space. Click on the image. Go to my images. There's my profile pic over here, which I uploaded to my computer. Use image. You can click on this image. It's just a little bit ginormous. You can actually make this image smaller. And then what you want to do is click on the white space so you can actually drag this and make this a bit smaller. Like that, all right? What you can do is say, check this out. Now, I wanted to talk to you about this particular. Now, let's just say I wanted to share this with somebody. Click on the date over here, right click and click on copy link location, all right? When you do this, this will actually take people straight to this post, all right? So you can go ahead and click on the link here. Sorry. Click on the link. You can go ahead and click on this. You can put the URL, the link in there. Click on OK. And now, just wanted to share this with you. You can all believe in myself. Check this out. Keep on keeping on that, Veronica. I might actually keep that. I will send this out to Melissa right now. Okay, so you click on next step. And I've got all these campaigns here. All right. Click on next step. And now you've got the summary, big news for some small people like me. And you can click on perfect timing. Now, perfect timing, what that's going to do is going to send this out to different time zones at perfect times so that people can get mass exposure to your particular post. So in this case, I'm going to click on perfect timing and then click on send. So I'm going to send it out. And now this is going to drip the message out in 58 seconds. And that's how you do it. I hope that answers the question. Okay. Does everybody understand? Does that make a whole lot of sense?
Yeah, you're going to have to read what Arlene just said.
I believe you. Oh, my goodness me. As a neighbor in way. Okay, cool. Except I before E, except to C.
Oh, in neighborhood. That's the worst, too.
Neighbor in way. And I'll always be wrong no matter what I say. Okay, all right. That's right. Very good. All right, yeah. That's pretty good. Cool, man. Arlene, I always appreciate you. Thank you for your input. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Pops is right over there. Giovanna. Let's see what else is on here. Cool. Excellent. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for being on here, and make sure you get onto the actual Hangout that's coming on in a few minutes' time. I know that it's going to benefit all of you if you go ahead and check it out. This whole time daylight saving thing threw me out a bit, but thank you, Jennifer, for putting me right there. Otherwise, I would have done this Hangout like an hour behind, and then everybody would have missed it. So thank you, Jane. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for telling me about it. And also remember, guys, send this out to your list. All right, the same way I just created an email. Go ahead and create an email. Send it out to your list about this Hangout so you can welcome people and let them know that we have a place where we can teach people and help people answer some questions. But I'm gonna sign off now so I can get onto that Hangout. So I'll catch you later. Say goodbye, Katie.
Goodbye, Katie.
All right. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.